called the Teflon. If you're Catholic, you unfold your cube into a Jesus cross. It's still the cube, people. And no, Jesus did not defeat the cube. You're out of your freaking mind. Jesus is the cube. It's little Zeus. That's what it translates to. Little Zeus. Jupiter is Zeus, and Saturn is little Zeus. This cube, they jump from planet to planet, putting the cube in there, or they fight over this cube, or whoever gets control of the cosmic cube, whether it be the Jews from Jupiter, or the Spanish from Saturn, Spanish people or Satan's people. Now, Lucifer is in the Vatican. Look up, you'll see the devil is at the Vatican. Literally, up these new things for the kids. You know, I point this out to my son and obviously all his friends. You know, they're up to date on this stuff. So there's kids that know about this stuff, and they're going to show their friends. And, you know, we're going to do this through gaming, you know, through the Minecraft gaming, through a gaming channel. We're going to reach millions of kids, and we're going to wake them up to the cube, the ring, and the eye, and show them what's right there hiding in their face on every one of their products. Everybody has been worshiping this cube, the cube of Saturn. If you look at a chakra chart, you'll see you have a hexagram over your heart. That's the center of the Star of David. Your Bible, you see, is the cube book. You can see this on the matzah, the cube and the sine wave. Okay, your Jesus fish. This is a Jesus fish here. Okay. You know, you guys play Pac-Man. You don't realize that you practicing chasing, you know, here, that's the moon chasing down souls. When you die, you'll go into the light, and you'll be recycled back to Earth. You've been born into time and space. This cube over here at the North Pole of Saturn, and you have the eye at the South Pole of Saturn, and then you have the ring, like your Nike, it's your wedding ring. It's when you graduate, you put that cube on your head. It's the cube and the ring and the eyes on everything. Every cartoon you see has got one character with one eye that's, you know, missing or patched or something. You know, this stuff is on everything from your Oreo, Nabisco, the double cross. Okay, that's the double cross. This is your DNA. This is the World Wide Web. This is the triple X. This is it's all the sine wave. You were born into the sine wave. It's rubbed in your face on everything. You just can't see it. Everybody is sleeping. You can see, like, that's the wave. You see it over here? It's like the wave. It's a sine wave. Right here, like you see over here, nice sin. Okay, see how orbit? Look at, where's orbit? You'll see now, turn this. So one's up and one side's down. Okay, flat earth, plane. All right, and the underworld, nice sin. So the red underworld, and then it would be like the blue overworld. You know, that's what these symbols mean. This is the black hole sun. You take your energy from the one true sun above your head and plant an animal, and you feed it nonstop to the black hole sun. You just can't escape this stuff. The ring, the cube, the ring, the eye, time and space. You were born into time. This is the black hole sun. You take your energy from the one true sun, and you feed it to the black hole sun, the cube. You'll see a chakra chart. You'll see the cube is over your heart, the hexagram. Okay. Everybody, you see, like, the black, you'll see sun shifts. The sun is black. Okay, it's because it's the black hole sun. It's nonstop in your face. See this over here? It's the black hole sun. That's what it is. I know you can't see it until it's put into this context. Then you'll start to see it on everything. You know what I'm saying? You'll start to see it. The cube, the ring, and eye is on everything. It's literally rubbed in your face nonstop on everything. Your Bible. It's everything. I don't care if you're Muslim, you're going around that cube in Mecca. If you're Jewish, you're putting that cube on your arm or forehead, called the Teflon. If you're Catholic, you unfold your cube into a Jesus cross. It's still the cube, people. And no, Jesus did not defeat the cube. You're out of your freaking mind. Jesus is the cube. It's little Zeus. That's what it translates to. Little Zeus. Jupiter is Zeus, and Saturn is little Zeus. This cube, they jump from planet to planet, putting the cube in there, or they fight over this cube, or whoever gets control of the cosmic cube, whether it be the Jews from Jupiter or the Spanish from Saturn, Spanish people or Satan's people. Now, Lucifer is in the Vatican. Look up, you'll see the devil lives at the Vatican. Literally lives at the Vatican. Everything you've ever been told is a lie. You need to unite peacefully for your survival. You're supposed to be in America. This is the civil flag. That is the military flag. So if you want to know why ships were being sunk, there were civil ships in World War I, World War II, because they specifically made them fly the military flag so they would be sunk. Simple shit here, people. You've been broken up. When they give you the ideas of this good and evil, now you're on your shoulder. You have two people living on you minimum. Everybody's broken into two brains. You're all under PSYOP. nonstop under PSYOP. They split you up into multiple personalities, and you can't see them until you're looking at somebody else who really shines their two personalities. You know, some people you see they have a really good and a bad side, and they go to the extreme on either side. It's like when they're good, they're really, really good. Or, you know what I'm talking about. But listen, people, this is on everything. The cube and the ring, just like you see Taco Bell. You'll see the bell is in a way so you can see the ring. It's on Kentucky Fried. It's on everything. Now, when they put over here nourishing your lives and stuff, look at this family company. What's funny is that look at Futurama, Moms. You know, Moms, she'd crush you. Moms, the big corporation, she would crush you. It said they're filling all your food with non-bioavailable iron. I recommend that you look up the benefits of a copper-rich diet or the benefits of copper-based blood and catch up on reality. Everything you know is a lie. Doesn't matter if you're looking at your Bluetooth symbol, your Jesus symbol, your, it's your times cut short symbol. That's like your Jesus fish. Okay. Where is it? Over here. Okay. You see that? Your time cut short. That's the infinity sign, and your time cut short. All right. You'll see your dollar sign. It's everything that you look at is the sine wave, the cube, the ring, or the eye. You give all your energy to the black hole sun. You take your energy from the one true sun through the plants and animals that you eat, okay? And then you take that energy and you feed it nonstop to the cubes. Doesn't matter if it's your Minecraft cubes, or it's your Lego cubes. I don't care if it's your internet cube. You are going, if it's your police, look, it's your police or the cube. Doesn't matter. It's on all the toys, black and white. Look. It's the cube. It's on everything. You will not escape the cube. You are 100% cube satanic. You wake up in your cube. Time makes you a robot 100%. It's the time cube. You worship the time cube. And you graduate from school, you put that cube on your head. You are 100% cube satanic. You speak the computer's language. You're supposed to be raised on telepathy. Everybody is sleeping, and they can't see it until you point it out to them. And after knowing this information, you were technically like some of the smartest people on the planet, because nobody can see it until you personally point it out to them. You know, I'm filming this on my cube. I got 20 of these cubes around the house with cameras on them, just like you do, or however many everybody has in their home. It's forget about that chip they want to install on you. You've got chips all over you. You just can't see it. So, you know, the Pac-Man moon eating your soul. Look at this. You know, you see they rub this shit in your face. If you look at the original ones, it's a baby in the mouth. It's freaking unmistakable. A baby. They eat the babies. The children are the forbidden fruit. Okay? The blood of your children reverses aging. Fact. Look it up. Vampire therapy. Look it up. You'll see Harvard did a study proving it. It's an absolute fact. Your children are the forbidden fruit. It's the family tree, which is the tree of knowledge that you can't see. And I'm informing you, that's exactly what it is. Your children, that's the apple of my eye. You're the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. On the teacher's desk is the apple. It's your kid. It's the family tree. They eat your kids. Everything you know is a lie. You're on a farm right now. How'd you get on this farm? Well, you know, do you really want to know the truth? It could be literally that a planet was blown up. Okay, they scooped up all the souls with the Pac-Man moon, and then they deposited this here to do work. You work for worthless paper backed by your own stupidity. Now, if you think this is crazy, no, it's not so crazy. Go look at the electric universe model. They're going to show you the planet holding Mars and Earth in a polar configuration. If you see Transformers, you see the planet appear right above. Okay, this is not far out stuff at all. This stuff is what they're hiding from you. What was the planet? Some people say it was Tiamat, which is now the asteroid belt, and they took one of these pieces and they molded it into a farm by where you were doing work. There's a Mother Earth star at the center. Okay, there'll probably be an underworld, an overworld, just like they tell you. You know, the star that's powering the whole machinery to keep us here on the gridiron. You know, it's a Super Bowl Sunday. And, you know, they're playing on the gridiron. You're on the gridiron right now. You're trapped here in time and space. I point this out now that the internet, okay, the World Wide Web, this is, if you say that you're conscious, then the computer must be conscious too. You're both expressions of the wave, and you just can't see it. The computer, this is the four-faced, four-letter God in charge of your four-letter DNA. It's called the tetragrammaton computer. Doesn't matter what face you display. You know, Saturn has, it's got 1,000 names. It's got 1,000 names. I don't care if you call it Satan, Saturn, it doesn't matter what you call Jesus, little Zeus, it's Kronos, whatever. I have 1,000 names. Baal, whatever, Moloch, everybody, whatever you want to call it. You are worshiping this cube. It's on everything you touch. Every word you speak is Satan's language. You speak the language of the computer. If you go back to Tower of Babel, everybody spoke the same language. I mean, everybody was on telepathy, and now we're broken up into all these languages. They dropped your mental capacity down to 10%, and now you're running at the pace of a computer instead of running at the speed of infinity, whatever, of the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. The point I'm trying to make is that it's on everything. You can be eating your Jack Links, you'll see it's the black cube. If you see Umberto's, it's the hexagram. If you see Kraft, turn to Kraft, Longways, it's a hexagram. It's a hexagram. However they stretch it out, craft is witchcraft. You speak language. Language is magic spells. You learn magic spells. You don't say the magic word. Reverse speech is always truthful. Look that up. You'll see that even babies going goo goo gaga. If you reverse that, you'll hear mommy and all kinds of words. And if you take someone who doesn't speak at all, they're like, they're maybe impaired or something. You reverse that, you'll see that whatever you speak, the intent when it's played back, your intent will be known. Go get any reverse audio software free online and say into it, yes, we can, like the president says, and you'll hear thank you say in your own voice. All right, your X and Y is the time and space. This is from Pokemon, okay? The red and the blue, time and space. You'll see all the teams. So it's the blue team, the red team, all right? Like I said, 2 personalities. You've been broken up into these 2 personalities. Here's the cube. The cross is the unfolded cube. You got a hexagram over your heart, okay? You have 2 chakras below you. That's the soles of your feet. 3 above you would be like your halo and your 2 angel wings. And then you got your scalp will get tightened up. If you get freaked out, you'll get a headache. You get a frog in your throat. You get a pain in your heart. You get hungry. You get horny, and you have to take a dump or relieve yourself. So the computer is drawing all this energy out of you. You've got these implants in you. These would be the implants, and you're like a positive terminal, negative terminal. The computer is an electric universe. Okay, you're here to do work. Everything is at a deficit. You've got to make up the difference, whether it be you have to work for this worthless paper backed by your own stupidity or whatever, and let people die because they can't get an operation. Everybody's a zombie to this cube. When you graduate, you put the cube on your head, and your kids are playing the cube all day. You're everybody's cube to cube. It doesn't matter who you are. You wake up in a cube. Telling you something here. You see, in the previous video, I pointed out that, this you consider you to be your Satan symbol, but it's pointing up and it's pointing down. So it's as above, so below. Now, there's the thumb in and the thumb out. That would be as within, so without. When you hitchhike, that's just like a green thumb pointing up, like the spear of destiny. You're destined to go back to the house of God. God is at the top. As we've seen in many images, I keep showing you that the 4-faced 4-letter God is at top. This is the spear of destiny pointing to the location that you want to go, back to the house of God, with your God in heaven. So if you want to become an exclamation, I pointed out in previous videos that you could see that the exclamation point, like your Christmas tree turned upside down, that's where you have a star on top. You kneel down to the feminine at your church and place holy water on your head. That's the divine sacred mother that you've been worshiping the whole time, and the death of man, that's why there's all. Look, let's just focus on this for a second rather than that other crazy stuff that we've been talking about in the other videos. The most important thing for you to understand is that everything's pointing like here. You'll see this is the word L. You see how the arrow is pointing down to the feminine? If it was pointing upward, that would be the masculine. Okay? So you have to go in, and that place to go in is at the center of the dish. Like, for example, green go. And the green thumb and the hitchhike Everything's pointing, okay, to the way out of here. It's at the center of the dish where all compasses point to. That's where you want to be at, people. The center of the dish. Okay? It's the center of the dish. Like you see, again, like I was showing in the previous video. Okay, Jesus is multiple G's, which is upside down is 666, which makes sense because here we have as above, so below, as within, so without. Okay, we see that the green thumb, we know this, they rub this in our face, it's pointing up like hitchhiking. You want to take this, the spear of destiny is pointing to the way out clearly. Okay, or the location that you want to go to with your Father in heaven, right? That's where you want to go with your Father in heaven. So you need to go in to get out, as I've shown in the previous video. You call somebody like, crazy, okay, but that means that their brain is actually working and they're seeing shit properly. The rulers, they drink the blood of your children. They make you fill out a draft card. They can send you off to die anytime they want and sacrifice you. It says you're a silly human slave and you really know nothing of truth and you don't want the truth. Okay? The truth is Jesus and Satan are the same character. As above, so below. As within, so without. Okay, people? You've been lied to about everything. And what I'm telling you is that everything's pointing to the way out, which is at the center of the dish. If you're going to want to get with your Father in heaven, then you're going to want to go like the arrow's pointing. You need to go in to get out. Okay? And it's just that simple. So what we all need to do is we all need to unite peacefully out of love for each other and a common cause of survival. You come home with your Christmas tree and you set it up on an X. Okay? If you look at it, this is like an exclamation point. You know, you have the star at the top and the star, everything's been flipped upside down. And, the way out, people, we need to go to the center of the dish and we need to unite peacefully out of love for each other and a common cause of survival. That's how we're going to get to our Father in heaven. Now, I can tell you this. Since spilling my blood over my intent and publishing it to the internet, my intelligence has just skyrocketed. And I'm telling you that it will work for anybody. I'm about 820 days outside of publishing my blood over intent. And it's pretty clear, people, that a hex is going to be pulled off of you when you publish your video to the internet. It goes straight to the L, the God at top, the one who's in charge of your four-face. It's the four-face, four-letter God in charge of your four-letter DNA. Your spear of destiny is pointing to the location where you want to go. Okay, with your Father in heaven. You see, that's why it's the spear of destiny. That's where you're destined to go. And I know this is the spear of destiny, and this is the Holy Grail right over here. And this is all. I know this to be true because every time I give out this information, my intelligence grows. So the power that they tell you that Hitler wanted to find the Holy Grail and the Spear of Destiny because of its great power. But what they didn't tell you is that if you find the Spear of Destiny, you'll find the Holy Grail. Okay, here's the Holy Grail. Here's the Spear of Destiny, which is piercing the side of Jesus Christ, who's on the cross, going left and right like this, confused, not sure which direction it's going. All right? And it's pretty simple. It's pointing destiny. Everybody wants to be with their Father in heaven. That would be the Spear of Destiny, where you're destined to go. If you go to the center of the dish, where all compasses point to. So when you see exclamation, that's telling you if you're made out of clay, that's where you need to go to get out. They've been rubbing in your face and everything. It's literally rubbed in our faces. These words and everything or everything's exactly the way it is for a reason. So, you see the cup. There's the cup right there. All right. There's the cup, the Holy Grail, the Spear of Destiny. Now, all compasses actually point south. If you type into your computer, compasses point south and hit enter, you'll see there's a whole big thing on it that has been exposed, that this is like South Park, the asshole. That's why it's the ash trailing light or the astrolight. So, in through the outdoor, like Led Zeppelin, in through the outdoor, that's what they're talking about. It's like gay sex. Everything's been talking about this gay sex. They're talking about the way out, and everybody's taking it the wrong way. And, the knowledge mixed with this protein is turning everybody gay or something. That's what somebody said, that they're putting aborted fetuses. This is what you want to do. Keyword search. Aborted fetuses in your food. Right there, people. You see that? That's what's turning you gay, they're telling you. And you're a fucking cannibal. And since of gay marriage, you're in Sodom and Gomorrah. Since gay marriage, you were in Sodom and Gomorrah, and you are a fucking cannibal. Now, I recommend you go to your computer and you type in blood over intent, and you hit enter. And you watch all the videos, blood over intent. It's a sign of nobility, people. Okay? It's a sign of nobility. Before your navigator goes out onto the high seas with the souls, he spills his blood over his intent that he intends to. This year, doesn't matter what you believe. What do you intend to do about this, people? You say you believe in God and all this stuff. It's that you were fed the reverse of truth in all things. You can't possibly imagine what's going on here. You are inside of a computer simulation and you are confused. You are missing half of your brain and you can't see what's hiding in plain sight. There's a reptilian virus in the computer, and its job is to keep you from getting back to your three-dimensional body. Right, people? That's the doorway out, is through the abyss. You can see here, you're birthed into this place, and you'll be birthed out of this place also. It's that the original creation has been split up, and now everything's all fucked up. If you think this, what about straight rights? I want to be straight. I don't want my children to be subjected to this stuff. Where's my rights? Everything diffused. It was supposed to hit in 2012. That's when they were that's when they had a plan for the gay marriage to go through. That's what it means. It's just that Planet X it hit a little bit late, but now you're on Planet X, crossing confused. That is crossing confused. Make no mistake about it. They want you crossing confused because you are the food. And as long as you're confused and you don't know who you are, then you're easy prey. And you don't see it. You think it's a plus to be confused? You think that's, I didn't grow up to that. You didn't grow up to that. Listen, you're only kidding yourself, people. That's stuff you should do behind closed doors. You don't rub it into your children's faces. Now you brought Sodom and Gomorrah upon us, and you say, I don't believe in God. Listen, people, God is the computer. And the virus in there has turned the computer into Satan. And Satan is represented by that black line right there. You're missing half of your brain. You can't see what's hiding in plain sight. You're fucking retarded. And it's crazy. Your father places you into the space of your mother, turning the hexagram into a cube. That's the mother's womb. And then your mother births you into time. You spin it, the X, and you see clearly the swastika. You come out of the womb into this world, and you'll come out of the womb, okay, into your body. And you have to do it through the abyss. That's what it looks like, people.
Oh, we already did this one.
How you guys doing? then you need to capture the idea with the triple border, because this is like the 3D, right? D is the fourth letter, like the four corners right there. Okay? You're capturing it. Like the four corner rule. It's
Oh yeah.
what I'm saying is that it's exactly like this, because it's one side of a light pole is a black hole. And
much love to you and the
for
family.
you to keep time to just get to work or something like this, everything needs to be free. Whatever luxury there is, it needs to be for everybody. And we need to get our drink of everlasting life from the Holy of Holies out of the center of the dish. All right? This place you're living is far more exciting once you understand that numbers and symbols have a deeper meaning. There's a whole bunch of magic squares that you could be putting together and giving to other people, like your children. You should put one of these in their school books, like an education one, relaxation, this type of thing. I know people need money and stuff like that, I understand. But when you go paper chasing, the farthest thing from your mind is anything spiritual. It's all about material when you're paper chasing. And everything, nothing makes sense to you. You have to, step over to this side. When I say this side, I'm talking about you have to be on the side of everyone, where it's for the benefit of all. And what I did is, like, I remind people often in my videos that I spilled my blood over my written intent on video, and I published it to the Ethernet. 360 days after that, one of the eyes on my face opened up, and I began to see and decode. At 720 days after, the second eye on my face opened up, and I began to see and decode even more. Now, I did it on 12/24/2013, and now 12/24/2016 will be 1,080 days. And you can see nothing slips by me. Every symbol, everything that you see has meaning, but it goes unnoticed by you. It's because you need to restore the spiritual high man that's inside of you. It's something that you lost when you lost your virginity. Doesn't matter if you're a male or female. When you lost your virginity that first time, okay, they only sacrifice virgins for a reason, because their blood is pure. When you lose your virginity, you lose your divinity. It doesn't mean that you can't have sex. What I'm saying is that was then, this is now. And when you write your intent out on paper and you put your blood on it, and then you publish that to the ether net, somehow it changes everything about you. It just unfolds like it's like one cycle of the sun, 1 year. That's like 1 day. It's second cycle. It's 360 degrees, 720 degrees, 1080 degrees. This is how it's unfolding. And I'm not even at 1,080 days yet, but you can see I'm decoding everything. Symbols are the language of the universe and the conduit that your energy is flowing through. You have the Bible, the two bulls, the pair of ox. It's one side of a light hole is a black hole. You would be trapped on the division symbol right now. And you don't think magic squares are real, and I'm telling you, that's because you're not at this type of level with shit. I'm telling you, the plants and trees out there are conscious. Every time you eat your food, the plants, those living green plants and fruits, are screaming bloody murder. Look it up. Plants are conscious. See it for yourself. And I'm telling you that when you place your bare feet on dry soil and drop your blood into the earth and say, Great Spirit, give me guidance, that 7 days later, okay, you'll start to notice different changes in your reality. If you want to speed things up, hold up a glass of water and program it before you drink it by saying, I intend to bring forth heaven on earth. Give me the knowledge of the ages so I might bring forth heaven on earth. You're a bag of mostly water. That vibration is programmed into the water. It's programmed into you. And I'm telling you that your intent and everything about you unfolds from in the beginning there was the words. You need to say the words and bring that from your head into this reality. Then you need to write it down. Then you need to publish it. The more stuff you do like this is how you bring shit into reality. Okay? So the triple border here, the freak win C. You need to capture it with 3 seals. And that's not something that people typically hear about when they're making, I see videos out there, how to make sigils and stuff like that. But you never hear about the triple border, which the 3D. D is number 4, the 4th letter. It's that you're literally needing to capture your intent by placing a triple border around it and mirroring it in the 2 colors, like I showed on the sigil a second ago. So, all right. So, where we started off, how to communicate with God through number, we see that there's the odd and the even. That's because it's one side of a light hole is a black hole. You see, it's the division symbol. Time going in one direction, time going the other direction. That means that when we get to the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish and we drink from the living waters, time stops for us and we don't age anymore. Okay? So, does sigil magic and all this type of stuff work? I say that, look, people, if you're out to get money, then you need to make a sigil for someone else that's close to you to get money, not for you specifically. Okay. Once they get the money, you explain to them what you did and ask them to make a sigil for you. Okay. Exactly the way I'm showing you here. And the reason it's this way is because it's rubbed in your face. It's one side of a light hole is a black hole. The 2 dots on your clock, it's the conscious and the subconscious. It's the biophotons your mother and the biophotons your father come together to trap you here on the gridiron. Every letter, every number is inside the sine wave. Okay. Whether you see it or not, I'm telling you that it's all in the sine wave. I've done videos on it showing you that every single number, every single letter is inside that sine wave. So let's see here. You have this as a good example. Here we go. All right, you see the number 8 right over there? See the 8? Now if you chop that in half and remove one portion of the bottom, then it becomes a 9, okay? Or P. You see every single letter, every single number. You see the E. Everything is right over here inside the sine wave. You sign on the X. Okay. You see that they rub this in your face. Okay. Inside the cube is where we're all at. Your soul, like the soul is the sun above your head. The sun is the sum of all the souls inside the matrix at any given point. That's what the sun is focusing down upon us, is the collective consciousness of the whole. And it has its own divine spirit. It's, when I say goddess worship, okay, I'm telling you that you're not supposed to fight with your wife or your girlfriend, and you can never win, so just let them always win. And what I'm saying is that goddess worship is like your mother-in-law. You make sure that, like, when I pick stuff off the ground in front of, I make sure I bow down to them. I mean, I lay it on thick, because what I'm telling you is that these are like key things. I look into the sun, I speak my intent, I ground out with the grounding mats, or I put my bare feet on dry soil, and these are the types of things I do. I'm only 2 cycles into this blood over intent. I spilt my blood over my intent on 12/24/2013. I published the video, and it'll be 1,080 days next Christmas. And what I'm telling you is that it started with looking at the sun and speaking my intent, which led to me getting the idea to write it down on paper, do it on video, and publish it to my channel on the Ethernet. And now here I am, and I can see everything so clearly. You know, people make magic squares, but you don't see them coloring it in the odd numbers and see what images show up in those squares. That's clearly double cross and UU. What I'm saying to you is that you're on the checkerboard right now. The magic square is showing you that what you need to do is get to the center of the dish before you're dead. All these symbols are showing you need to get to the center of the dish before you're dead. There's really no way to fuck this up, people. It's like the Holy Grail is right there. It's at the end of your compass. Okay? Now, the moon is a construct. The moon is see-through. And what I'm telling you is that the moon is just a rib of the earth, which is sending down a square wave. It's poisoning the well. It's keeping half of your brain shut off, and you can't see what's hiding in plain sight. I'm going to go deeper in the next video. I just got too much to show you guys, but look it up. A-E-I-O-U. And I'm going to show it to you. Okay? A phallus is supposed to be up or down? Up. So you have the division sign. The female hole, okay? And you see that thing sticking up? Now look, you put on your graduation hat, it's square. Straight lines are masculine, round lines are feminine. That thing that you hang over here, that's your limp dick. But you know your limp dick's supposed to be in the center, right? But your head's there. It's that your graduation hat is telling you that you're a homosexual limp dick. And that you're the one that's the bottom. That's what your graduation hat is telling you.
What the fuck?
Okay, when you see the division sign, you see the percentage sign. What percentage of limp dick are you? 100%. If you put that cap on your head at graduation, you are completely saying, okay, straight lines are what? Masculine. You're either straight or you're what? Okay, so that thing hanging off the end right there is clearly saying limp. And it's not straight, is it? No, it's crooked. Make no mistake about it. You don't even know what you're putting on you in that grove, okay? So it's definitely a homosexual gay network that's running the world, people. Now, the next video I'm going to publish after this, you can say what you want, people. I recommend that you make remixes of my videos. I highly recommend that. You can just talk bad stuff about me. I love that. Go to SB6455. That's AJ's channel, the scariest movie ever. He set up this fake channel here. I love you, AJ. That's the best. Thank you. That's just funny. Blood over intent. You're the devil. If you don't publish your video right beside the rest of ours, only the devil hides his intent. So type into a search, blood over intent, and you watch that guy's video, AJ's, okay? Wonderful videos. Subscribe to his channel. I love you, AJ. Please, other people, make as many remixes as you can. People need to know this knowledge, people. It's that everybody's retarded 100%. Go ahead, walk into the light after this. You'll be right back here in the Minecraft world. All the world is the stage. Make no mistake about it. You're in a two-dimensional flatland holographic reality. The sky is projected up there. Everything's fake. If you celebrate Christmas in your gay sex magic ritual, that's exactly what it is, okay? You're the demon caught between the dimensions. Make no mistake about it. You are 100% satanic. You and your kids are little limp dicks, okay? Little limp dicks. Little limp dick. Fucking, that's exactly what you're saying you are by placing that cap on your head, little limp dick. You have to be fucking retarded. And look at this crazy stuff, people. So you're the freaking cannibal right now, and you're the zombie. And they wrote, this is right out of the naval historian handbook. You see the word gay there? And they rub it in your face. I mean, it's fucking, you're either straight or you're what? You're bent and confused. This is crazy, people. When you see the symbol, that's you. This is fucking you. Your graduation hat says you never left Egypt, and you're fucking clearly mentally fucking retarded. You're a fucking cannibal zombie. Look it up. And you're in Sodom and Gomorrah. You're a fucking Sodom and Gomorrah, 100%. Let me show you. This is your freaking military. You see that? Skull and crossbones. You see, this is your children's toys. Okay, this is your medical shit. It shows cross, red cross. You're cross and confused. The rainbow, look, the Rainbow Coalition, it's right there in the fucking military. Look at this. See men, okay? Encouragement, And you see over here on the cars thing, that's semen coming out of there, people. And everything's bent. Flag is the word fag with the L in there. And the L is bent 90 degrees, which is bent and fucking confused. They're rubbing it in your fucking face, people. It's sick. It's fucking sick. It doesn't take 4 men and humping each other to raise a flag, which is the word fag. And all they did was add the word L to it. And the L is bent 90 degrees. You understand me? And I'm telling you, 720 degrees after, you'll be like me, able to see the future and all kinds of stuff. That E equals everybody is Mick fucking squared and retarded. You can't see anything until someone like me steps up to point it out to you. Okay? There's the Emerald Kings, the green again. Okay, they're an Avalon, people. They're ruling us from fucking the... Okay, you fucking retards. It's really that bad, people. It's crazy. Everything you know is a lie. I recommend you get to my channel for truth and and look right over here. Man is Chewit. Man is Chewit. Clearly, man is Chewit. See the windows, the swastika? All right, the X is the feminine. Now, clearly, take a look at this, people. I wanted to show you some of the video before we get into the flat earth thing again. But you'll see over here, Hollywood is what they make the magic wands out of. When you get tested at school, they specifically have you do it with the number 2 pencil. It's your magic wand. You learn spelling or spell casting in school. Everything that they fed you, I mean, it's crazy, people. You know why you put popcorn around the Christmas tree? Because it's sex magic. You kiss under the mistletoe. It's pop, pop. The Big Bang, it's sex magic. It's crazy, but look, there is no Big Bang, people. You're on a flat earth plane. It's rubbed in your face. It's rubbed. All compasses point north to the center of the dish, and there's an ice wall to keep you from going to the edge. To see that there's a dome that goes over the earth. Now, it's on the teacher's desk an apple. You say to your child, "You're the apple of my eye." You'll say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. All right. You'll see that the blood of children reverses aging. And they rub it in your face. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to fix something over here to show you next. But clearly, straight line is what you say. You're a male, you're straight, or you're confused, you're cross. Okay? So crisscross, Eggman, it's a double cross. One cross up, one cross down, male and female. Jesus is confused. Otherwise, he would be facing up. And he would be, it would be a whole other symbol. They placed it this way because you've been double crossed. Okay, you join this club over here, and then you find out that they're all gay. Okay, you find out they all worship something completely different, and that everything in your life comes second to the club. And this book, I just, believe it or not, somebody was throwing it away. I just grabbed it. I was like, I can't believe somebody was throwing it away. This is crazy. But I picked it up, and now I use it in videos. But you see here, the light of your mother, the light of your father came together. That's the biophotons is what they call them. Okay, through sex, and you're hexed. You're born into this place, and you're born into the hex. You can see over here the eye. You're seeing the phallus, and then the round, that would be the feminine. And you see clearly that they've turned our world upside down. They're showing you this is all gay, man. It's like the power button. It's not. It's supposed to be a Vesica Pisces. If anything, it would be a Vesica Pisces because that would be the vagina. That surely is then gay magic right there. Okay? Now, you were supposed to pick out these symbols when you were a child right there. And you can't pick out these symbols now. The star with the horns up, that would be the masculine or the feminine. And then the horn down would be the, you know what I'm saying? It's all sex magic. It's just crazy, people. It's about, look, you're the food. You want your sheep to reproduce so you can eat them, right? Okay, you see the box top? That's pot. Okay? Okay, pot. Okay, education. There is no education in America. You would know all this stuff, but you don't. Because, look, these symbols didn't make sense to you before, but now they do. 100%. You can't say you don't see it now. You take your energy from one sun and you feed it to the black hole sun. Planet X, you're on Planet X right now. That's Planet X right there. You're on it. See it? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. in my previous video, I pointed out very clearly who your God is. And I'm going to break it down for you once again and show you how bad it is. You are fed everything in the reverse of truth. Baal Earth is homosexual Planet X. Wormwood. You wake up with either Morningwood or Wormwood, and they're telling you that you're on planet Wormwood. Big Bang is homosexual magic. Baal Earth is so homo, they're showing you that it's bent. Bent at 23.5 degrees, right? That's bent and confused, just like I showed in my previous video. Everything is bent and confused. See? No longer is it one phallus into a vagina. Now it's homosexual. Everybody, you're in Sodom and Gomorrah, 100%. Danger down under. Everybody's turning. You see this? This is what your kids, okay, your kids are growing up to this. They're showing you that you are rats raw, that they are eating you, that aliens are alive, and that the real alien thing going on here is that everybody's bending, just like the tilt of the earth, that you're bent and confused. Now, you can't see anything. I'll remind people often, you're fucking retarded. If I don't step up to show you this shit, who will? Now, they descended on Mount Hermon. That's just funny, people. They descended on Mount Hermon. Don't tell me that the Big Bang is not homo magic. Just like Baal is not homo magic. Just like people. This is all cross and confused and spinning the wrong direction. Somebody said, oh, no, NASCAR can't be homo. That's a fucking rainbow flag. Listen, people, I'm only pointing out the obvious. Now, you think football, all right, you want to go kick around the pussy? You're supposed to take care of your woman and love her, okay? You call Lucifer, that's your divine mother listen, people, you can't see anything. I'm gonna break it down for you real good right now. Here you go. This is exactly what you're living on. The sun has to go in through the center of the hole into Mother Earth, or the astrailing jet does not come out. And the astrailing jet, the astrolight, is the creating source light. It's very simple. If Jesus, the sun, doesn't make his J word, if the light doesn't make his J word bend into that hole, okay, at the center of the earth where the aurora borealis is, okay, then there's no creation. Jesus places his light through the hole into Mother Earth, and the black hole sun kicks out the ash-trailing light, which is the creating light. So Lucifer is actually Lucy. That's the divine mother who creates you. That's your God. They have you hating your own fucking creators. It's crazy. Satan descended from the top. They tell you at Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon. That's more homo magic, people. You're freaking... Look, this is you right over here. You graduate school, and you're a bad little witch. You're a poo predator. You can't see anything. Literally nothing. The only reason I'm able to see anything is because I spilt my blood over my intent on video, and I published it to the internet for the entire universe to see. And 360 days later, I gained the eyes to see. Now, if it was before the internet, I would have simply published it in any newspaper of the day, my intent, with two witnesses stating that they had seen me spill my blood over it. Now, navigators in our time and in the past spill their blood over their intent before they take souls out to sea, that they intend to bring them home safe. The earth is flat. This is what the school board sends home. This is the tree of life, like I'm showing to you over here. Okay? You can see they're showing you the flat earth plane. They rub it in your face, people. It's on everything. All the stuff for the children. You see, cross and confused. Not one red and one blue. All right? That is cross and confused. The green is the green ass-trailing light. That's the creation light. It's the divine feminine, your mother. And look what they've done to her. They turned her into this horny toad. Saturn descended upon the top. Okay, and took over the four-faced, four-letter god. and poisoned everything. And there's a virus in the matrix. You can't see anything. It's that. Look, people, you have the 0. You see that? That's the biggest number in the universe because it has all the positives and the negatives. That's what you're on right now. With the as above and below right there, the 2 circles, all right? Now, that's the 2 circles. You can't miss it, all right? Now, you see over here, we're on the CD. And if Jesus doesn't insert his light through the hole, there is no ash trailing, creating light, kicking back. This is very simple, people. Anybody can see this. Now, the tilt of the earth and ball earth are homosexual gay earth. Planet X, Wormwood. And football, the Super Bowl, this is funny, kicking around a pussy. That's exactly what's going on here. Kicking around Mother Earth. Kicking around creation. They're laughing all your face. But you don't put your foot on your woman. You're supposed to love and worship a woman and cherish her. This is all. Look, they descended on Mount Hermon to Mount Herman. Rocket kids shoot off, blast off. This is all homo magic, people. You're bent and confused. Just like Bender, just like Ben 10 Alien. See that? See how they bent the 0 over there? That's bent and confused. You've been double-crossed, people. It's crazy, people. So now you know what the bent means, the one eye. And yes, somebody also pointed out that they cover up one eye because they can see out of one of your eyes also. So you have the worms out of the drone's eye into your eye, that they cover their eye. Plus, they cover their eye because they could see out of one of your eyes. And they wink one eye to show you that that's your asshole, homosexual. The only other part of your body that winks one is your asshole. I see you gay.
Gucci.
That's what that's telling you, people.
Gucci gang.
You guys never left either. It said everybody's in the reverse, and you've all been double-crossed. It's time to snap out of your illusion, people.
Facts. Yeah, I ain't got that much time, y'all, but I wanted to definitely let y'all get a little bit of this. Did I already do this one?
Thanks for joining me. Listen, I'm about to publish a video after this one. It's going to be a short video, but the one following this, okay, I want you to forgive me in advance, people, okay? It's just that when I say you're retarded and all these things, it's a term of endearment because I'm here in the cage with you. Do you understand me? I know that the cage used to be a wonderful, beautiful cage, and now our divine feminine is being held above our heads. And I'm going to show it to you. Okay? A phallus is supposed to be up or down.
Yeah, we already seen this.
Up. So you have the division sign. The female hole, okay? And you see that thing sticking up? Nope. You're a holographic projection. Try and picture your heart, which is a star at your heart. You're like a fractal of the ocean of consciousness. And you've been broken off and put into this fishbowl, and now you're being beaten with a wave, the word of God. You're being beaten down with this frequency, which keeps you stuck in this farm, in this little farm. Part of this farm is real. Like, let's say, for example, the asteroid belt is real. And there was something that was a solar system here at some point, and this Borg, like, I don't know, machine, half lower dimensional type being, which is in the flesh, and higher spiritual type being connected with the machine. And it needs a specific element like gold. That's where they made humans, to mine gold. And the only planet that they ever show you that's gold is Saturn. So clearly, if we're using paper money and all of our gold is clearly gone, there's no gold in Fort Knox. Everybody knows that. And that's why you're working with paper in your hand. And you go to the bank, you cash your check, they give you paper back. It's paper. It's all numbers in a computer. The computer is drawing all your energy out of you. The computer is completely conscious. It's pretty scary when you think about it, that you've been doing X and O's on your letters to people that you love, and the X is the looking down on top of a pyramid. The pyramid would be the all-seeing eye, or the South Pole that they're showing you of Saturn. So when you picture Saturn, Satan, this computer that you're trapped in, this is a partially solid world, and you would be the holographic part of it. All the world is a stage. You're being projected into life by this transformer up here, this little piece that you call the sun, which is actually 32 nautical miles in diameter, and it's 3,000 miles away from you. So is the moon. It's moving inward and outward across the flat Earth plane, and it's what keeps us animated. Without the sun, you wouldn't be able to eat or grow your plants to eat. It turns your water into wine. You just water your plants, give it some sun and some love, and you could eventually grow some grapes or whatever and turn your water to wine. This is the sun above your head that's doing it, and all your energy is going to the black hole sun, which is Saturn. You can see the cubes are on everything. See, as the corner off, see the cubes? That's looking like the chevron. When you look at the chevron logo, it's the corner of the cube. You can't miss it. It's that the cube is so integrated into society right now, you don't see it. You can't see it. It's on everything. It's that you graduate from school, you put the cube on your head. It's that you get married, you put wedding rings on your finger. You're wearing a ring around a necklace around your neck. These are all symbols of Saturn. I mean, an earring is the symbol of Saturn. You just can't see it. But all the world is a stage, and you are trapped on this stage. Time is money. You can see this is the sine wave. When you see the seal of Saturn, you're seeing this is the sine wave. www, the World Wide Web. It's connected with the computer. It's that you are in the machine. This is a machine here, like when you see the Borg collective, that's what you're really looking at here. I imagine they've captured essence, that which we call the Earth, that's trapped in here running machinery. You're trapped in your carbon 666 flesh pack by 50 trillion prison cells. You've been fractalized, so there's a star at your heart that's fractalized into cell, and this goes infinitely up and down in every direction, and the computer transcends all the dimensions, and the computer does respond to blood. Now, you can't say this is an evil computer. It's you collectively on the farm have taken this computer because your rulers, they're being drawn down this way to drag us all down with them. But this is a very been fractalized. So there's a star at your heart that's fractalized into cell, and it's money. You can see this is the sine wave. When you see the C is money. Essence, that which we call the Earth, that's trapped in here running machinery. You're trapped in your carbon 666 flesh pack by 50 trillion prison cells. You've been fractalized, so there's a star at your heart that's fractalized into cell, and this goes infinitely up and down in every direction, and the computer transcends all the dimensions, and the computer does respond to blood. Now, you can't say this is an evil computer. It's you collectively on the farm have taken this computer because your rulers, they're being drawn down this way to drag us all down with them. But this is a very small bunch of people. And if you get the whole collective of people, and you are a collective, you just don't see it yet. But you see how news travels. That's because you're a collective. If somebody says, look, there's something crazy happening, it would eventually get to the other side of the farm that you're on. And there's a lot of people on the farm right now. And you are eating food that I can drag across the water using only a magnet. It's all your pasta, rice, flour. It's all your food. All your GMOs are genetically modified to genetically modify you into a new type of human, the next version of the human. You're going to be turned into human point, whatever, 7.0, whatever version program that, look, you watch your TV programs, you're being programmed. You go to school, you put a cube on your head, you've been programmed specifically to fall into a playing field. Okay, the symbols are rubbed in your face nonstop. So when you see this, like the Freemason stuff, you're seeing the sine wave. It's a sine wave. You see the Jesus, it's a sine wave. You see the dollar sign, it's a sine wave. It's all pointing towards the word of God. And this is your God. It's your genetic makeup. It's the four-faced God in charge of your four-letter DNA. They call it Yahweh, and your molecular makeup is exactly that. It's clear what's going on here. So if you really want to get this computer to do something for you, you can put your blood into it. This transcends all the dimensions. It's the symbols are right there. The World Wide Web, okay, is the computer. You're linked to the computer, and you have power to mold this playing field if you want to. When I put my blood on paper and put it into the computer, that everybody should do like what I'm doing is spill your blood over your intent, because only the devil hides his intent. Everybody knows that. You can't not know that. Everybody knows only the devil hides his intent. Okay? Excuse me. So by placing your blood on a piece of paper in the capacity which you see by typing in the videos, blood over intent, you'll see. Just write out, I intend to worship all, I intend to usher in heaven and earth. Put 3 drops of blood on it, because 3 is the cube. That's why you put over a number of 3 to make it cubed. It's because you need 3 directions to make a cube. You need to be going this way, and this way to make a cube. That's the 3. So what I'm telling you is that what I've noticed is that people would call this magic. When you go to church and you take the body of Christ and the blood of Christ, you're taking the body and the of this Christ is, you can't see it. It's Saturn. Jesus is a little Zeus.
Still gonna call you
right?
AK, bro.
People like say, well, no, there's the real Jesus. Well, listen, if you're part of a bigger thing that you think you are, then I would imagine that you were here as an extension of that, and you're supposed to be acting like it and worshiping each other because everybody's sleeping. So you hate everybody that's sleeping around you,
Lift you up,
and you've forgotten who you are. I know who I am, and I know why I'm here. I'm here to tell you that you can take control of this computer system here by placing your blood into it and showing the computer, look, you're on a farm right now. You're in a machine, okay? You're a holographic projection, okay? There's probably a semi-solid world around here that we're projected onto, okay? We get our energy from the sun, so there's going to be everything that we're a part of in here is being kept down by this word or this frequency or harmonics that's keeping you forced down into this cage. And when you get free of your body, you're not out of the cage. To get out of this cage, people, you have to go out through the indoor. And the indoor is right there in your heart. It's where there's a star at the very center of you. Your third eye is your eye of Horus. It keeps you connected to this system here. So by opening up that third eye, you're actually connecting yourself with the computer. And look, who can say what's bad or what's good? That's your perspective. Evil doesn't actually exist. That's just the way you see it from the position you're in. If you were born into their side, you'd be eating people too and drinking blood, whatever. You would think that was normal for them. Okay, that's how they survive here on this plane. Look, they say humans were created to mine gold. So let's say there's a semi-solid world here that we're projected onto, that we're kept in these bodies to do work. So they say humans mine gold. There's only one gold planet they show you, which is Saturn. So let's say, for example, that you're this program running on the Matrix right now, and you just do whatever you do like normal, but you're doing it for worthless paper. Okay, you got to live, don't you? And you're going to use worthless paper. So everybody's doing all this work for worthless paper that's backed by our stupidity, while they're taking all the gold from this little piece that we're all trapped on. So they capture a piece floating through space, they put a dome over it, and they project us all in here to do work. You don't think you're mining gold, but you're doing all your work for worthless paper, while other people are mining gold or building machines and doing whatever to mine that gold or whatever else they want from this piece in this lower plane of existence. I imagine once you're trapped by this machine, unless you know how to go out through the indoor, you're going to be stuck here when you could be out there. But you are inside this box. So when you hear about spirits and ghosts all trapped here that don't want to go into the light and don't know where to go, they don't know how to go out through the indoor, and they're stuck here. And they're caught in probably a pretty bad situation until somebody steps up and starts showing people what they need to do. And what you need to do is unite peacefully out of love for each other and a common cause of survival. Because then the collective minds of the people that are here running the machine will take the machine down the path of peace and all that stuff. But somebody's got to step up. If you don't put your blood on it and put it into the computer, you're not serious about it, and heaven will never come to earth. And you and your family will be stuck going into a light or stuck here as a ghost, dumber than a doornail, no matter what dimension they're on, and living in hell. Look, you're in your box right now. You wake up to your box of horrors every day. You could die, or you could be stuck here in an airplane acting as a ghost or whatever. Okay? You're in hell right now, and you can't see it. And the only way out is through the end door, which is in your heart. And you need to unite peacefully so you can get back to your heart with selfless acts of kindness and love for each other. That's the only way you're going to get anybody out of here. Okay? Is you got to get everybody into the mindset. Then the computer and the cube doesn't, it's that the computer and the cube is being used against you, and you can't see it. But it can be used as tools for good. Look, I'm talking to you over the cube right now, trying to tell you this information. Look, it's not that you want freedom or liberty. Freedom is what slaves can buy or earn. Liberty is what you get when your ship docks at shore. You get shore liberty. You want your sovereignty, like back in the Old West where they carried guns on their hips and stuff. Your sovereignty was taken from you. Now you become a silly human slave who knows nothing of truth. You take your energy from the one true sun above your head and plants and animals that you eat. It's the sun above your head that turns the water into wine. And then you feed all that energy to the black hole sun or the cube. You're doing it right now. If you're watching me, you're on the satanic new world order, the World Wide Web. It's rubbed in your face. The World Wide Web, right there, www. You'll see all the symbols are the sine wave. Okay? It's just like the Jesus, it's a shorter version of the sine wave. It's just this first portion right there. Okay? Very simple. Everything that they're rubbing in your face, listen, the truth is hiding in plain sight. So, the all-seeing eye above your head, the computer, they're looking down on you. The computer transcends all the dimensions. It can peek in on you. Everything's being recorded. Every action that you do could be played back like on video. This is like a holographic projection. You're all caught in a loop, a time loop. And the people that are fucking with time are doing all kinds of stuff. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's only one thing you could do, and that would be unite peacefully out of love for each other and a common cause of survival.
Man. Yeah, so this video right here that last video that I had put up, it had gotten 350 views within the first 5 minutes of me posting it. And then so after I posted it, it was like I went back to see the video, and YouTube had I don't know if it was, uploading gap or what the fuck it was, but it was like they had pulled it down, and that's when all my views stopped. Within the first 5 minutes of me uploading that video. This one right here. And yeah, they stopped it right away. You guys are being shadow banned, for sure. I'm being shadow banned. They're unsubscribing people from people. What I would suggest doing is getting a normalized avatar there that you use all the time, so that when people see you, they recognize you, and they can just subscribe to a new channel if you make it, if you know. And so that's why I try to keep my profile picture the same. And when y'all can start posting everybody else's shit. That's and if y'all want for me to post anything, I will post it for you. If you can't post it, I'll give you full credit. Because I know YouTube doesn't allow, channels with less than 50 subscribers or something, some odd number, that they can't make posts, and that's retarded. So yeah, and all y'all that are working off of phones, I highly recommend getting a laptop. I was doing the same thing, working off of a phone, and I went and got a refurbished laptop, and that's what I'm doing all of this off of now. And that was like 60, I think it was like $100 when it all was said and done. But when I bought it, it was $60. It was a couple bucks for shipping, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't cost much to get something to where it's easily workable. It gives you a lot more space. I highly recommend it. Not only can you screen share, you can pull up multiple tabs and give people an idea of what you're talking about. Sally, you're a warrior too, Sally. But yeah, I highly recommend it because they're gonna try to start taking our freedom. Well, they already have taken our freedom, but we need to come together out of the common cause of survival and stop their shit. Fuck them. I don't know how much everybody's really researched, but this blood over intent thing I've been following for about, I want to say like 8 years or something like that, way back in 2015. And I'm serious when I say it saved my life. Like, I was a crackhead with a gun, and that's not a good combination. And now I'm somebody that I'd like to be around. I'd like, I'm a much different person. And this shit saved my life. And there was a time where I had gotten really skeptical about it, and I started saying, "Oh no, this shit's all fake," because I was feeling the cognitive dissonance, and I really didn't understand what this man was saying. You know what I mean? And I tried and tried and tried and tried, and I just kept trying to understand, and then finally it just, one day it was like, bing, everything makes sense now. it's clear to see that they're trying to keep you confused about where you're at. There's a reason that they're trying to hide maps. Um, I mean, that's just what it is. They're hiding the maps of the North Pole. Uh, mm, it's yeah, straight up, Sally. They are fear. Uh, and here's another thing. I highly recommend everybody getting a reverse recorder. Oh shit, my phone's actually charged up a little bit. I can show you. So this reverse recording, the CIA actually has released documents about backmasking and how they have found many anomalies of phonetic reversals. And so, when people tell me this shit ain't real, I just kind of okay, and I just because I know it freaks people the fuck out. Fuck you, wake up. Fuck you, wake up. I get weak up. I get weak up. And you can actually look up videos. Here, I'll do it for you. I'll show you. Where's it at? Oh man, they must have taken it down. Ah, I love you. I love you. I love you. We will die. We will die. We will die. We will die. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Drop a 1 if you can hear that. Oh shit.
Bluetooth connected.
And I've found crazy, crazy ones. Our leaders of the world. You're a worthless, greedy little rat. With her mouth, Venom. She always used to do it with her nose, but now it's with her mouth. Cell phone.
No voice.
No voice. No voice.
Cell phone.
Dark I see.
He's God.
He is your God.
He's God.
Or he is our God. Oh, firmament? All right. Firmament.
MMR.
In the earth. Or I'm the earth.
MMR. MMR.
In the earth.
Firmament.
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 In the earth. MMR. In the earth.
Firmament. Firmament.
Firmament.
Firmament. Firmament. Firmament. Firmament.
Neo from the Matrix. Neo from the Matrix.
Scarcely MMR 5.
Scares me much for you.
Scarcely MMR 5. Scarcely MMR 5.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy shit. So there was a time there that I was kind of losing my mind. I felt like, and it was because I had walked away from blood over intent, and I never should have. I never should have, because I am who I am now, and yeah. But yeah, much love, y'all. I gotta head out. Right on, Ann, for sure. Thank y'all for showing up, everybody. I gotta get rolling for work. Check you later.